What's up everybody, this is Yair and today we are going to learn how to draw a Saiyan hair. Okay, so as you can tell, I've already drew a custom-made drawing of Goku and now we are going to focus on his hair. Okay, so we are going to start by drawing Goku's 5 spikes on the front. I'm gonna start by drawing one curved line here. And for the spike, I'm gonna draw one line up, then it's gonna go down all the way to this area, slightly covering the eye. And now all we have to do is draw 3 lines. So I'm gonna start by drawing one curved line up to this area, another curved line here, and I'm gonna close it with another line. And I think I'm gonna make it a bit longer and slightly wider. Awesome, now I'm gonna draw some random lines across the hair, but it's important to do it in the direction of the spike. Okay, and we are going to do the same process for the second spike. So we are going to start with one line up, then you can choose which part of the eye you want the spike to cover. Let's say about here. And now we are going to draw 3 lines like I explained before. So we'll start here with a curve. If you want, you can do it from the top and connect the dots. Awesome, now you can clean it up and draw the random lines. Okay, so basically we got 3 more spikes to draw and we are going to do them with the same method. One curve to the bottom and 3 lines to the top. Awesome, I'm gonna make some minor adjustments because I want this spike to be a bit wider. Okay, and now we are ready to draw the rest of the spikes. So usually Goku's hair is about twice the size of his head, and as you can see in my previous tutorials, I always start from the bottom. So I'm gonna draw 2 spikes on this side, and I'll do it with 3 lines just like I explained before. So we go 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so just like I said before, the hair is about twice the size of the head, so it will be around this area. And I want to mark the location of the top spike, and usually it's not in the middle, it's in the top right. Now I'm gonna draw a guideline to help me keep the right proportions. Okay, and just like before, we are going to start with 3 curved lines for the spike. And as we move to the top, the spikes will become longer. So I'm gonna fix the spikes and continue with the rest. Okay, and this will be our top spike. And you can notice that it's much wider than the others. And to fill this gap, I'm gonna add 2 more spikes, roughly the same size. Okay, all we have to do now is get rid of the guidelines and draw a lot of random lines across the spikes. Awesome, and we are done. So what we are going to do now is ink his hair. For this process I'm gonna use a 0.1 black pen, and just like I always tell you, I'm gonna rotate the page so I can have my natural hand movement. I'll try to do the lines with one going as much as possible. But if the line is a bit longer, you can do it like that. Okay, and now I'm gonna show you a nice magic trick. Once I'm gonna move my hand above Goku, he's gonna lose his clothes. Don't worry, I'm gonna explain it. So while I did the inking process, I thought it would look cool if I color Goku's hair with 3 different tones: yellow, red and blue. So what I did is I traced Goku's head and I redrew his torso without the clothes because I want the main focus to be on the hair. Okay, so let's do this. First I'm gonna get rid of all the lead using the charcoal eraser. And now I'm gonna use Copic markers. For those who don't know, Copic markers are alcohol based markers, which means they can blend very well. So first I'm gonna start with the yellow color of a Super Saiyan 1, and I'm gonna use 4 different tones for that. I'll start with a bright yellow Y00, and with fast brush strokes I'm gonna cover this area, but I'm gonna leave a white spot to get a nice glowing effect. Now I'm gonna use a darker tone, Y15, and I'm gonna color it with the shape of the spikes and in the direction of the spike. Okay, and now I'm gonna decide which way the light will come. If the light will come from the right side, it means that the left side of the spikes will be darker. So in that case, I'm gonna color this area with a darker tone, YR23. Awesome, now if you want you can do some blending. And for that I'm gonna use the brightest color, Y00, but make sure not to color the white area. Awesome, and now I'm gonna do exactly the same for the rest of the spikes. So I'll start with Y00, Y15, and YR23. And now if you want, you can use an even darker tone, a brown color. That way we get a nice golden look. And of course, to finish it up, I'm gonna use the brightest color to blend it all. Awesome, so now we are going to do the same process but with different tones. I want the middle part to be red, just like the Super Saiyan God. So first I'm gonna use a bright pink, RV42, and just like before I'm gonna leave a white area. Then I'll use a darker tone, R22. A darker tone will be R35, a more reddish tone. I'm gonna add some more volume with R22. I'll do some blending with the brightest color. And the fourth tone will be RV29. And this area will always be the darkest, cause it gets the shadow from the hair. Awesome, and once I'm done, I'm gonna do the same for the rest of the 4 spikes. Don't forget to blend it all. Okay, and now we are ready for the blue tones for the Super Saiyan Blue, and I'll do exactly the same process. I'll start with the brightest color, B00. Then I'll use B02. BG05, and for the darkest tone I'm gonna use BG09. You can also blend it using the colorless blender number 0, but I prefer to blend it with the brightest color B00 in that case. So I'm gonna hit the time-lapse button and finish up the rest of the spikes. Awesome, and we are done with the hair, but I really like these drawings, so I'm gonna color the face and the body as well. But before that, I'm gonna draw him some nice pupils. I kinda like to create a mix between all three forms. So to keep the colors matching, I'm gonna color the eyebrows with a reddish tone. I'll start with R35 and then I'm gonna shadow it with RV29. And I think I'm gonna color the iris with a green blue tone, just like the Super Saiyan 1. So I'll start with BG15 and then I'll use BG49. I'm gonna use the colorless blender. And if you want, you can add some shadow for the eyes using C1, a very bright gray. Okay, and now we are ready to color the skin. So for the skin I'm gonna use 3 different tones. I usually use E00, YR61 and YR02. So I'm gonna start with the brightest color and I'm gonna leave a white spot at the bump above the eye because it stands out. Then I'll use YR61 for the shadow areas. And just like I mentioned before, the light will come from the right side, which means the left side will be darker. And don't forget the darkest tone, YR02. So I'm gonna do the same for the rest of the face, and pay attention, I'm gonna leave white spots at the cheeks, the bottom lip, then I'll use YR61. And YR02 for the darkest areas. Okay, once we are done with that, I'm gonna color the torso. I'll start with the chest and I'm gonna color it gradually with fast brush strokes from side to side, leaving the middle part the brightest. Then I'm gonna color the shadow areas. I'll use the darker tone YR02. And of course I'm gonna blend it using E00. And basically I'll do the exact same process for the rest. Awesome, all we have to do now is blend in. And we are done, everybody! I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I basically showed you how to draw the hair and how to color it with 3 different stages of a Super Saiyan. If you want to see more tutorials, please support my work by sharing this video with your friends. It will help me keep uploading content for you. Don't miss tomorrow's video because I'm gonna give you details on a huge drawing competition. I want you to participate with an amazing reward, so stay tuned for that. And as always, keep being awesome, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace!